There are moments in life when God is speaking to us, not through thunder or angels, but through situations, whispers, or feelings. And yet we miss them. Not because God is silent, but because we're not listening. Somewhere between the noise of the world and the weight of the flesh, we tune Him out. But even now, He may be speaking, and this video might be the moment you finally hear Him. You've probably felt it, that strange silence in a room full of noise, that half-sinking feeling in your spirit when everything seems fine on the outside, but something inside you whispers, "This isn't right." Call it instinct, call it a gut feeling. But what if it's more? What if it's God trying to get your attention? Let's walk through 6 signs God might be speaking to you right now, but you haven't been listening. Sign 1, a deep, unshakable restlessness. You're lying in bed, the day is over, but peace never comes. Your heart is heavy, not from stress, but from something deeper. It's not anxiety, it's not fear, it's a holy discomfort. A divine unrest that isn't punishing you, it's calling you. God sometimes disturbs your peace to awaken your soul. Not to harm you, but to draw you closer to a truth you've been avoiding. That relationship, that compromise, that spiritual weakness quietly breaking you down behind the scenes. If your soul refuses to settle, it might be because heaven is whispering, "You're off course, come back to me." Sign 2, repeated patterns you can't escape. Life keeps circling.
You keep attracting the same people, the same tests, the same breakdowns. It's not coincidence. It's not just your luck. It's a lesson unlearned that God is trying to teach you. He speaks through patterns, and if we ignore His words, He may try again, this time louder. Moses wandered the wilderness for 40 years, not because God was confused, but because the people were not ready to listen. Let that sink in. It wasn't a lack of destination, it was a lack of submission. When life feels stuck in repeat, stop praying for escape. Start asking for revelation. Sign 3. A calling you've been avoiding. You can feel it even when I say it now. That thing God told you to do, but you've pushed it down again and again. A conversation, a ministry, a risk, a change. Calling feels heavy because calling has weight, eternal weight. And God rarely calls us to what's easy. He calls us to what's eternal. Jonah ran from God's calling and ended up in a storm and the belly of a great fish. Why? Because running from God's voice doesn't silence it, it only delays your destiny. If you've been feeling a tug, a conviction, a persistent pull towards something that scares you, stop running, start listening. Sign 4, every door you want keeps closing. You're trying, you're praying, but nothing is working. The opportunity seemed right, the timing felt perfect, but the door slammed shut in your face. We blame the enemy, but sometimes God is the one closing the doors, not to punish you, but to protect you. If it pulls you away from His presence, it's not a blessing, no matter how good it looks. Rejection may hurt, but spiritual protection often comes disguised as disappointment. The doors God closes are just as holy as the ones He opens. Sign 5. Intense hunger for something more.
This is the quietest sign, but the most powerful. You're successful. You're surrounded by people. You're even doing things for God, but your soul still feels hollow. Not because your life is empty, but because you've been filling it with things that can't satisfy. God speaks through hunger, craving, longing. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, He has set eternity in the hearts of men. That emptiness isn't failure. It's a signal, a reminder. No achievement, no relationship, no platform can replace the presence of God. That emotional emptiness you feel, it's not something missing, it's someone missing. Sign 6. Conviction that follows you everywhere. You smile today, but something inside you still aches. Not guilt, not shame, but a voice reminding you of what you left behind. That prayer life you gave up, that purity you compromised, that promise you broke silently when no one was watching. God is not here to shame you. That voice in your spirit, that's conviction, not condemnation. Conviction is the Holy Spirit's way of saying, I still love you too much to let you go. The fact that you feel it means you're not too far, you're not too late, and you're still called. Let's stop here and be honest. You didn't click this video by accident. You could have scrolled past. You didn't. Maybe this very video is the voice of God reaching for you one more time. You've been asking, God, speak to me. God, show me a sign. God, are you even there? But the whole time, He's been whispering, I never stopped speaking. You just stopped listening.
God speaks through discomfort, through delayed plans, through conviction, through closed doors, through spiritual craving, through divine calling. He doesn't need a microphone. He just needs your attention. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah looked for God in the wind, the earthquake, and the fire. But God was not in those dramatic displays. Then came a still, small voice. And that's where God was. He's not always loud. He's always near. So let me ask you now, what is God saying to you that you've been ignoring? Is it time to leave something behind? Is He calling you towards something that scares you? Is He asking you to return to your first love, Him? This isn't just a YouTube video. It's a divine whisper, wrapped in pixels and sound. The real question is, will you listen now? Because ignoring God's voice doesn't silence it. It just inches your soul further from what you were created for. Tonight, take 10 minutes and get alone with God. Don't ask for anything. Don't perform. Just say, Lord, I'm listening. Speak to me. And then be still. You might not hear thunder. You might not feel lightning. But your spirit will know. God just spoke. And this time, you won't miss it. If this video stirred something real inside you, that's not because I said it well. It's because God is still calling you. So here's my challenge. Don't just hear this. Respond to it. Leave a comment telling what resonated most. Share this with one person who's spiritually drowning in silence. Subscribe if you're ready to go deeper, not just emotionally, but spiritually. Let's not just watch Christian content. Let's walk in Christian calling. When God speaks, it's not always loud,
but it is always life-changing. Stay anchored, keep listening, because heaven still speaks.